You're listening to
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
the Sports Fellas Podcast.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Andres. We are back with episode number 62 of the Sports Fellas Podcast, and today, along with my co-host, Mr. Eric, baseball is back. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm super excited. We got March Madness going on. It's been really exciting, and don't get me wrong, I love March Madness. College basketball, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do enjoy watching some prospects, and March Madness is a ton of fun. But I'm just really excited for it to get to Thursday when MLB is starting.
Bro,
Because, those
March
two
Madness.
games we already had, I don't know if I really count that as baseball starting yet.
Bro, we have March Madness, WrestleMania, the Champions League,
I know.
NBA playoffs.
Everyone's talked about how, the Raw last night was, insane.
Bro,
but I
it was
didn't
probably
go
the
back and watch
best.
it.
It was the best Raw episode, I wouldn't say ever, but, it's definitely up there
See,
with,
and
ever,
I might
man.
need to get you to just text me a quick summary of what's happened since the
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, because last thing I watched was Royal Rumble, and I don't.
Yeah,
really
I mean,
know,
not much has happened. I'll tell you all about it, but
Yeah.
we got March Madness, then we have WrestleMania, then we have NBA playoffs, then we have the Champions League. Well, we had the Champions League before NBA playoffs, excuse me. Then we have the Euros, the Copa America, the Olympics.
Olympics. Dude, I'm so hyped for the
and
Olympics.
then football starts, and then
Yeah.
baseball postseason. You know what I mean?
we're chilling next few months.
It's so funny because I remember our last episode last year, New Year's Eve. We said that 2024 was gonna be one of the best years for us sports-wise, and we have
And it's
so
already
much
been
to
pretty
talk.
good.
Yeah,
'Cause the
March
NBA
Madness has been
season-
fire.
NBA season's been pretty great so far. It's kind of slowed down the last few
Yeah,
weeks.
the storylines
but,
have slowed down. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been good, and I'm excited for the playoffs. Rockets are making a push, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah,
Heat will
if-
always make some noise in the playoffs. For
If we
you.
beat the Warriors tonight, then if you guys are
We're
tied
tied,
record-wise. Yeah.
They have the tiebreaker, but
Oh, they do. Oh, damn.
yeah.
And you guys play each other in next week, right?
Yes, but they're 2-0 against us, so even if we beat them, they'll still have the tiebreaker, but that'll be big in us getting one up over them.
Right, absolutely. But
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, the Champions League baseball season, this is our niche, man. I'm just so excited to talk about spring right now. Never thought I would say that, but enough of us yapping. Let's get to the action. Eric, baseball is back. And, normally I do throw curveballs at you, but I don't have a curveball in me this episode. What I do want to talk about, however, before we talk about predictions in depth, the biggest transactions, right? So obviously we can both agree. Otani,
Yeah.
Juan Soto,
Yep.
Yamamoto.
I think Cease going to the Padres is still big. I think he still has a lot left in him, and I think he could be a really good pitcher for them.
Is he an ace? Can
I
he
think
be an
he
ace?
can, because I could be wrong. Maybe I'm mixing him up with someone else, but weren't his stats weren't great, but I'm pretty sure his advanced metrics were all still pretty good last year compared to the
Yeah.
other
actually they were
pitchers
better.
with the similar stats. They were all better. So you would expect him to have kind of a bounce back season, which, we'll see. But Padres are such a weird team in how they're constructed. It's hard to judge them. You never know what you're going to get with them, because they should be really good, but you kind of just know that they'll underperform with the talent they have.
Yeah, it's just it's become a thing of the present, right? And then another transaction I want to shout out, Mr. Josh Hader. Josh Hader is, bro, if you're trailing against the Astros in the 7th inning and you got Brian Abreu, Josh Hader, and Ryan Presley, good luck, Charlie. But other than that, I did want to talk about Corbin Burns, right? The Baltimore Orioles, they won 101 games. They got mollywopped in the ALDS, and they went out and they sold the team, and they went out and they got Corbin Burns, who is, in my opinion, at worst, a top 3 pitcher in baseball.
Mhm.
So what did you think overall about the offseason?
I thought it was a lot of fun moves. It was a lot of kind of speculating, and then just people waiting, and then I felt like, as much as people wanted to kind of pretend, the Blue Jays rumors came up, it always felt kind of inevitable that Otani was going to go to the Dodgers, and that was the big storyline, obviously, and the money he got. And now there's even more going on with Otani, which we won't touch on, but
We can talk about it next episode, because it's a lot.
it's
when
a
it comes
lot.
to that.
But I don't know. It was a
funny,
pretty
though.
fun offseason. Whenever you look at sports in general, the last few offseasons, NFL offseason has been a lot of fun so far. MLB offseason was fun. NBA offseason is always fun. But I think you saw a lot of contenders get better in the MLB, and it's really, and as much as I hate to say it, it is kind of going to be especially in the NL, you're doing great, but can you knock off the Dodgers when the time comes? Because we all know Dodgers, especially in NL, but in MLB as a whole, the Dodgers are the team to beat with all the talent they have. I mean,
that's why when it comes to my predictions, they're so generic, bro.
Yeah, but like when you think of Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman, I mean, when was the last time a team that you can think of had a big three better than that? Because I can't really, like, all our top 10 players, I'd say.
It's just they never came to fruition, but the Angels technically did have Ohtani, Trout, and Rendon. I mean, Rendon wasn't like.
But
top
I wouldn't
10.
put Rendon.
Like
Rendon is the worst out of them. So
yeah.
Like,
but Freddie Freeman is probably top 5.
Yeah, and me and you are huge Mookie Betts guys. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not as big a fan as him, but I think I'm as high on him as you because I think he's insane. And then Ohtani, if his pitching never comes back the same, there will be some question marks. But he's still the best player in baseball right now.
Yeah, I agree with both statements. So, I think Ohtani as a hitter is just as dangerous as a pitcher.
He's
the fact
insane.
the fact that people are like, oh, you know, he's not going to pitch this year. I'm like, dude, like, please stop pocket watching. We're talking about excluding, like, he's already in that category with Usain Bolt, Michael Phelps, Tiger Woods, Roger Federer, Djokovic, Ronaldo, Messi, LeBron, Michael Jordan. Like, he's already in that category based on what 5 years that he's been in the major leagues. Like,
it did not take long for everyone to be like, oh, this is the greatest talent we've ever seen.
All he has to do is play 5 more. Well, what is this, year 5? Because 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, this is like year 5 or year 6, I think. So 4 more years and he's eligible for Hall of Fame. Like, you could call it a career.
He'll be in immediately. Well, you know what? I'm not going to promise anything because these voters are something else. You never know what to expect.
But with all due respect to them, hopefully we have new voters in 4 or 5 years. To not say something else that I'm thinking.
I don't know how much respect I'm giving some of them.
Yeah, Eric, you know, when it comes to like MLB voting and the Hall of Fame voting, they're just way too inconsistent, man. You know what I mean? Like, they don't stick to one thing. And we know how old voters stick to their old leagues and stuff like that. Like, bro, Pete Rose had a video talking about Ohtani, and I'm like, dude, do you know who you are? Like, imagine let me not say Udoka. Let me say, pick a coach, any coach. Let's say Tony La Russa. Imagine Tony La Russa willingly betting against the Chicago White Sox because he knows their ass. Like, that's literally what he did every single game for so many years. So, like, I don't understand why why Pete Rose of all people is trying to chime in. But enough of us yapping. Let's talk about the American League, right? The AL Central will leave for last because the AL Central, I do have a twist about. The AL West. I think it's still going to be the same 3 teams: Mariners, Rangers, and Astros. The Angels are the Angels. The Athletics, we don't even need to talk about that.
Yeah.
What do you think? Who do you think is going to win this division?
I'm going to say it. I think Astros are going to win. I think some people might be sleeping on this because I hear a lot of people saying, like, this is finally the year it's over. Which, understandably so. Rangers just won the World Series. Oh, Rangers are a hot team. They have a lot of young talent. They're going to come back up and win the division. I think they're going to have some World Series hangover. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think Adolis Garcia is ever going to play that well again in his life. Now, granted, they do have guys like Wyatt Langford coming up who he's going to be a star.
He's
like,
fired.
I think most people would pretty much almost like bet on that right now. Mariners, they're good, but I still think the Rangers are the bigger threat. I think it's going to come down to Astros and Rangers, with the Mariners kind of being like, oh, could they, wouldn't, and then they don't. That's just kind of how it goes with them. I'm going to bet on the Astros. I still like you pointed out already, our bullpen is really good.
Bro, they're just
maybe doesn't have the most depth, but the top 3 and even like the 4 and 5 guys still really solid.
Framber, the odds of Framber having another bad year are slim to none.
Yeah, so pretty much we need Framber to play like he should, which I expect him to. Javier, we need him to have a little bit of a bounce back season, which he probably will. Hopefully he will.
Verlander is starting on
once
the IL.
Verlander comes back, he'll come back relatively soon though, and I think it's safe to say Verlander will be pretty solid.
Yeah. I don't want him to ever retire, man.
I still really like the potential of Hunter Brown. I think he can still be a really solid pitcher. The problem is finding like a 5th guy, because you have like Urquidy, you have JP France, but you don't really have like a solid 5th guy in my opinion. And then for the batting lineup, I mean, we're all due respect, he did a lot for us. We finally got rid of Maldonado. Yainer Diaz is going to be starting. I still like, obviously, Bregman. He's been hitting like crazy in spring training.
Yeah.
Altuve is Altuve. Hopefully, Pena can actually have a consistent season.
I mean, he can't be worse than he was last year, right?
Yeah, it was so bad.
It's a cliche to say, but I remember you drafted him in fantasy baseball. That I do.
Dude, I was losing my mind. I will say the thing that's gonna hurt us, I think, is our depth. We don't have our bench is pretty weak overall, and then also our bullpen depth. I'd say the top 3 is really good. 4th guy's okay, but after that, you don't have much. So really, if they can just pick up like 1 or 2 extra bodies of decent players, I think we have as good a chance as anyone in the AL again. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna pick the Astros. Spoiler alert! I'm gonna pick them to make the AL Championship Series until they don't. Like that's just how it's gonna go.
Exactly. I just feel like the Astros have reached a point. Like this is gonna be. I promise you, this is not writing, but they've reached a point of like the Patriots. You know what I mean? Like every single year they were in the conference championship until they weren't. Until the Titans beat them, and then Brady left, and then everything happened. But this is the most difficult sport to have a dynasty. This is the most difficult sport to make the championship series consistently. And the Astros have shown that. This past year was the first year that there was a different opponent than the AL East since 2015. That's almost a whole decade. 2016, excuse me, because the Guardians made the ALCS 2016. We're talking about 8 years where it was Astros versus the AL East every single year. Yeah. 17 Yankees, 18 Red Sox, 19 Yankees, 20 Rays, 21 Red Sox, 22 Yankees, 23 finally the Rangers. Think about that for a second.
I mean, the AL Central is just kind of embarrassing. Like
I will say, the Royals, they could be fighting for that division along with the Twins. That was my hot take. The Royals are very young, but
I will say they won't be last because I think the White Sox are absolutely awful.
If you want to talk about a breakout year, Bobby Witt Jr., he might be the best shortstop in baseball in as little as 1 or 2 years, if not this year. I know you got him. You have Lindor, obviously. We love you, Mr. Lindor. We have him. We have Lindor. We have Trey Turner, who had a down year, so expect him to be on the rise this upcoming season. Like, there's so much. You know what I love about every single baseball episode, Eric? We talk about there's so much talent in baseball, but there is so much talent. Like, the NBA has the 300 monsters, Steph, LeBron, KD, and then all the youngins. But in MLB, everyone is young. I mean, Altuve is getting up there, right? But then Trout's getting up there. Mookie's getting up there. Freddie Freeman's getting.
But we're seeing KD somewhat slow down. We're seeing Curry somewhat slow down. LeBron, he's 90 years old. Of course, he's still great. But Mookie Betts is still a top whatever player. Freddie Freeman's still a top whatever player. Like Trout still a top. Like all these older players that are kind of like, well, they might be. They're not the young guys anymore. They're still as good as anyone, pretty much.
Yeah. So my prediction for the ALCS, like I said, it's generic, but it's gonna be Astros Yankees again. It's generic, you know what I mean? But
wait, that's your ALCS? Is Astros Yankees? You think so? On that
the AL East is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, on that point, do you think Yankees win the division, or would you pick the Orioles, or
but listen, the Orioles won 101 games and added Corbin Burns. Yeah. Like, say that out loud for a second. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why. And I think last year it was kind of a case of they were a year too early.
We said that though. We did.
And that's why in the playoffs, you kind of saw that. So now, is this the year though? Like, is this the year where they make the ALCS? They actually do what they should? Because last year we talked all year. Maybe they're just a year too early. Showed.
We spammed it though. Like, listen, dude, I don't know, man. The Rays never die. I think Vladdy is gonna have a bounce back year. The Yankees did miss the playoffs, but they added Juan effing Soto.
Dude, it has got to be hell playing in that division, especially for a Red Sox fan. Respectfully. I mean, but like, that's just brutal.
Yeah, but I mean, the Red Sox are never an easy outing either. So
no.
Yeah, I think all 3 teams make the playoffs, or can it be 4? It could be 4, dude. It could be all 4 teams, because they can have the 3 wild cards. But then that means that the Rangers are out, or the Mariners are out, or the Twins are out, or the Royals are out.
I think it's fair to predict that AL Central will only have 1 team.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be hard to say only 1 team comes out of the West.
I mean, last year it was the Blue Jays, the Rays, and the Rangers.
Yeah.
Those were the 3 wild card teams. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I'm excited. But enough of talking about the AL. Wait, what's your final prediction? Astros what?
I'll go Astros Orioles because I do think this
Astros
could be
Orioles?
the year for the
Okay,
Orioles.
fair.
Which I mean, they're young also. I mean, Jackson Holiday.
He didn't even make the roster.
He's as good a prospect as anyone.
Yeah, but he didn't even make the roster. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of insane to me. Like that's why the Rangers, Wyatt Langford made the roster, but Jackson Holiday, I think right now is better than Wyatt Langford. So I'm kind of confused on what the process is there because like. I don't know. You gotta feed into the young guys and you gotta give them reps, and not even putting them on the roster at all for someone who probably won't get any playtime is just not logical to me.
Let the kids play, right?
Let the kids play. I don't know.
Moving to the National League, Eric. You know, I'm gonna be bold real quick. We can't call it the Dodgers Invitational because they just haven't been there the last 4 years. I'm sorry.
I don't know if
3 years, excuse me.
Like I already mentioned how they're the team to beat and stuff.
They are though.
Are they a guaranteed shot? Because we know how the Dodgers do. And I'm gonna say this disrespectfully. The only time we've seen them succeed in the last however many years, 7 years, was COVID.
Wait, ready?
Let's be fucking for real.
Pop the bubble.
Like, I just don't know if you can put your full trust in them yet.
Bro, but the NL West, we talk about the AL East, the NL West is going to be a war. The Giants had, in my opinion, the best offseason out of any team. The Diamondbacks just made the World Series, and the Dodgers are the Dodgers. The Padres are, now that they don't have expectations, maybe they're like a little 500 team. But that division, bro, is going to be box office every single night. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
It's kind of another thing like the AL East.
Yeah,
you know who's going to be last, but then those top four can kind of go respectfully to the
No, but the Rockies and the Red Sox are probably going to be last. Yeah.
But then the top four, I don't know if I want to say it can go any.
No, I would say top three.
Because there's no way Dodgers are finishing fourth, and there's no way that the Yankees are finishing. Well, Yankees could finish fourth. They
could. But dude, they got one soda.
But Dodgers are not finishing fourth. In that division.
I think it'll be those three. I don't think the Padres are good enough to fight with the Giants and the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, but crazier things have happened.
Damn, I don't know. I might take the Padres over the Giants.
No, bro. I mean, on paper you could say that, but dude, the Giants finally spent money. Like all the money they didn't spend last season.
And who they just get? Snell? Yeah,
they got Snell. They got Jung-Hoo Lee. They got Matt Chapman. They got Jordan Hicks. I think. Like, no man, they
definitely improved a lot.
Yeah. And then the other underrated team is the Cubs for me. I think the Cubs getting Cody Bellinger back, they could be a sneaky NL Central team.
I would probably. So, who won that division last year?
The Brewers did for the
And I don't think Brewers are repeating. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Well, I forgot his name. Not Corbin Burns. Woodruff. Woodruff I think he's out for a little bit with a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think other than the Pirates, I could see respectfully all three other teams finishing above.
No, but the Reds, you're right. The Reds had a little run. They ran out of gas.
And the Cardinals, they're
not going to be
they're kind of like the Red Sox. How you say Cardinals, they don't give in kind of. They kind of are solid usually.
Yeah, I don't think the Cardinals are going to have as bad as a year that they did last year,
And then Cubs,
it's going to be a war.
They could definitely win that division, honestly. Like they're a solid team. Cody Bellinger's bounce back was kind of refreshing to see. So I don't know. That's an interesting division to watch.
Yeah, I agree 200%. I think all four teams, like you said, and obviously the Pirates are going to be last. I remember last year when the Pirates started off hot, and then
I know everyone was like, oh, "What's going on?" Oh, never mind.
No, never mind. And then you have the NL Beast, top 3 division in baseball. The Braves who are cowards, the Phillies, the Mets, the Marlins, and then the Nationals.
I mean, even the Marlins, it's kind of like they're gonna.
No, but fourth. Dude, the Marlins is sort of stacked.
Yeah, but they're gonna finish fourth, I think.
I mean, they could. It depends on what version of the Mets we're getting. I think the Mets don't have expectations this year, so I think they'll have a pretty bounce back year.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if the Mets make a wild card. I'm just gonna say that right now.
They've got to, at some point they've got to do something, right? They just keep not showing up.
Yeah.
They're good. They're always good, but they're never as good as they should be.
Yeah, but now they don't have Buck, so that should be a refresher. I mean, both of us are very pro player coaches, so I should be excited to see see what happens. But in the NL, I do have Dodgers Braves. Like I said, it's very generic, dude. I'm really upset, but like I can't pick any other team. Like, can it be Giants Dodgers maybe? Can we get Dodgers Phillies maybe? Can we get Dodgers Mets? Dodgers Cubs in a rematch? Like,
yeah, it's just hard to pick.
It's just hard to not pick the Dodgers.
Phillies could make a run.
The Phillies are so bored, dude. I really don't know. Like, yeah.
I would probably agree. Dodgers Braves, which that would be a great series.
Bro, it's just generic. Like, my AL MVP is Juan Soto. My NL MVP, I think Acuna. We finally get it back to back.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Mookie Betts. I think Mookie Betts wins it.
Totally fair. What about the AL? Jordan Alvarez, maybe? Listen, Ohtani is out of
the
AL.
Yo, Jordan could.
Could be Jordan, could be Seager, could be Simeon, could be Bobby Witt Jr. If you like FanDuel, Bobby Witt Jr. has good odds to win MVP. Could be Judge.
Could be. Yeah, I was about to say Judge, maybe.
Dude, there's so
Jordan. I might go Jordan, man. I just want him to win so bad, and he can. He's not like that's not like a reach. He's definitely capable. I mean, he's what at worst. He's what top 5, 6
top
hitter?
7 at worst. Yeah. As a hitter, he's top 3 at worst.
Dude, he's even in the playoffs. A lot of players like batters you see don't show up in the playoffs. That's when he shows up. Like that's when his
bat doesn't stop working, bro.
Yeah. He has the clutch gene and everything. Like, and apparently they're testing out. He might bat second in the lineup. So
you mean the best player is supposed to get the most reps?
Yeah, who would have thought? Remember when AJ Hinch started that and people got annoyed, kind of, and now everyone's doing it.
Remember when Dusty Baker batted him 5th?
We don't talk about that guy. You know, that's another reason. That's another reason I'm picking us to make it that far and do it because we can't get worse. We improved the manager. Like, even if
Dusty tanked last year.
Yeah, oh my god, man. Between him and Steven Silas at the same time, I was losing my mind as a Houston fan.
Yeah, but like I said, every year we're gonna say this is the year we get Dodgers Astros, and we just don't get it. But can this
be the year we finally get the rematch? And golly, if we beat them, it would be.
Dude, but like the Dodgers haven't even made the championship. Last year they lost in the first round. The year before that, 2022, they lost to the Padres. 2021 they lost to the Braves. 2020 they won. 2019 they lost to the Nationals.
They just underperform. Like that's why they got all this talent. And as much as I know you like Mookie Betts and stuff, him saying we're gonna.
Bro, he didn't have a single hit.
But him saying we're gonna be every team's World Series, that was kind of corny to me. Like,
I agree.
Congrats, you went and spent a fucking $1 billion, and you're that's lame as shit to say to me.
Yeah, but final prediction, Eric. What's your NL prediction?
NL, I'll go. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Dodgers over Braves, Astros over Orioles, Astros and Dodgers in the World Series. Dang. I want it so bad. I'm trying to manifest it.
There you go. Moving on to our last topic, Eric. You know, I don't like to toot my own horn or brag, right? But we did say that Porto Arsenal and Atletico Inter were going to be the 2 best matchups of the round of 16. Can you please tell the audience what happened in those 2 games that we picked?
Well, the Arsenal penalty kicks was it was pretty entertaining. I was praying Porto won that. Unfortunately, Porto's penalty kicks were pretty horrible. I'm not gonna lie. The entire match was entertaining, though. I mean, I think it's funny how we both kind of knew we were like Real Madrid, RB Leipzig. It could be interesting. Real Madrid are gonna win though. Man City's gonna run through them. We were like, you know, all these matchups could be interesting. But these are the 2 that are going to be actually close and entertaining. And they really were the only close ones because, I mean, Dortmund it wasn't really much of it. That was kind of one of the more boring ones in my opinion. But Atletico Madrid and Inter, I'm pretty sure after aggregate it was 2-2 or 3-3.
2-2, yeah.
And then Porto Arsenal was also 1-1. Like, both being tied, having to go extra, like, it felt exactly how we predicted it.
And they both went to
penalties. And what'd you say? That was the first time since when?
2016, bro.
2016 that we had 1 and we had 2. Like, It was.
Like I said, I don't like to toot my own horn.
Yeah,
but
that's what's funny. Me and you talked about. We were like, whenever it gets to the quarterfinals, that's when you see like the top teams. But I mean, the round of 16 or whatever you want to call it, that was pretty damn interesting. Like,
it's so funny, Eric, because the last time we had a quarterfinal this lit, as the kids say, was 2014. So it was 10 years ago. Like, when you have a chance after the show, look at the 2014 draw, and you'll see the quarterfinals, and you'll be like, holy shit! Like.
I mean, whenever they were announcing this draw, it was kind of just like, oh shit, we got that one. Oh shit, we got that one. Oh shit, like every single one was almost like exactly what you'd want, with the exception of maybe you wanted a Man City Real Madrid final, and it came now. The point is though, we're still getting them against each other, which is what you want.
We got in 2014, we had Bayern Juventus. Wait, excuse me, Real Madrid Dortmund. Atletico Barcelona and Chelsea PSG. That was 2014.
Yeah, I mean,
it was crazy.
So we're gonna go through each matchup right now, right?
Bro, I don't want to talk about the game.
We have to hold Man City Real Madrid last. Let's just do a quick rundown. Give me your prediction for each one.
Okay, so
we'll start with Atletico Dortmund first.
Okay, so if you know me, you know I love Borussia Dortmund, but I'm picking Atletico, and this is why. I don't think Dortmund can beat. I don't think Dortmund can beat PSG or Barca. I think Atletico could beat both of those teams. So I was like, you know what? Let me pick Atletico.
But do you think that's just because of their play style or the actual talent they have? I think their play style is really what's helping them here.
Atletico has not lost at home in the Champions League knockout game under Cholo. The one game they lost was against Chelsea, but it was in Belgium, Bulgaria. I think it was Belgium. Might have been Bulgaria. One of those European countries.
Yeah.
I think Atletico wins this, and they're making the semifinals for the first time since 2016.
Me and my coworker were talking about this actually, and he's a Liverpool fan, so we were both kind of like sad that neither of our teams are in it. But we were talking about all the matchups, and he told me that the obvious one everyone's most excited for, as they should be, is City and Madrid. It's the two best teams in the world. He said, though, that he thinks this one, Atletico and Dortmund, might be the most entertaining. Like, just because it's going to be two teams scrapping it, just like fighting to get to that next round. And yeah, they might both lose to PSG, Barcelona, whoever wins next. But I'm not sure PSG, Barcelona are that good. And we could see the winner of this matchup go to the final. Because I don't think PSG or Barcelona are both some titans that can't be beat.
I mean, they're both better than Dortmund, in my humble opinion.
I agree. I think Atletico wins. And I also agree that I think Atletico has a better chance. But Dortmund, they find a way, man. They're pretty damn scrappy, too.
We'll see, man. Atletico...
Yeah.
I think Atletico goes through.
Yeah, I do too.
Barca, PSG. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Barcelona has the better team.
They do.
But PSG has the best player in the world. And he could change the game in 2 minutes. All he needs is 120 seconds. Dude, Barcelona is better.
Special. He's just insane.
Barcelona is a better team. Like, that's me being unbiased 100%.
I mean, when you compare their midfield, it just feels like galaxy different.
Bro, thank you. Yes, it does. It feels like one is playing FIFA and the other is playing on their like Nintendo DS or Game Boy. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm so excited for fucking Mbappe to go to a real team. If he's at Real Madrid, can you imagine how good y'all are going to be?
Bro, Endrick scored again today. I don't know if you saw that.
I remember Chelsea were close to getting him, and then he went to y'all. I was so sad. Did you see the story about him?
Yeah, bro. Everything.
That made me so... I hope he... Man, that's
There's no way he fails, right?
There's no way he fails. He has to be great. Everyone in the world is going to be rooting for him to be great.
Except for Barcelona.
And
I think Barca goes through. I'm gonna go 3-2. For that one, I am making a score prediction. I'm gonna go 3-2 Barcelona. Okay. I hope they go into extra time.
You did that. You have to go back and make one for Atletico and Dortmund. You have to. I'll do the same. I'm gonna say Atletico 2-1. Atletico 2-1.
On global?
On aggregate, yeah, 2-1 over Dortmund.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Atletico.
Okay, and then PSG Barcelona.
I'm gonna go 3-2, bro. Dude, if both games are turned up, it can be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4 for Barcelona and 2 for PSG.
Okay, so we have Barcelona Atletico. Oh my God. Okay, let's move on to the other side of the bracket.
That's crazy. That's just one side, and they're already both great matches.
No, but it pisses me off because all the okay, I'm not gonna say mediocre, but like all the lesser teams are on one.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Arsenal are the weakest team on the
if you swap Arsenal with any one of them, or except for Dortmund, if you swap Arsenal with like Atletico or Arsenal with PSG or Arsenal with Barcelona, then all the good teams would be on one side.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro, why did UEFA do this again, man?
Yeah, they stay doing this bullshit. But
bro,
you know
last year
pissed me.
Last
off.
year we had Man City, Bayern, Real Madrid, and Chelsea.
All on the same side. What the?
Inter, Benfica, Milan, and Napoli on the other side. Like, how bored were you to make this draw like this again?
Yeah, isn't next year when they start the new like system?
Yeah. We can talk about
I'm
that in another
interested to
episode.
see how that goes.
Yeah.
But Arsenal, Bayern.
Okay.
This is Arsenal.
Let me sound like a Disney movie. Arsenal has nothing to lose.
No, they really don't.
I don't know if they'll get a Disney ending, but think about it. The whole world is picking Bayern. All the pressure is on them if you really think about it.
I'm just gonna say it. Here's why I'm picking Bayern is because Thomas Tuchel, as bad as he can be in winning leagues, he doesn't win leagues very often. I mean, that's what Bayern are struggling right now. Granted, Leverkusen are just having a phenomenal season.
Dude.
But he shows up in tournaments. In playoffs and stuff, he just does not lose, really. I mean, how the hell? You go back, there was no reason for Chelsea to win the Champions League a few years ago. There was no reason. He got us there, and N'Golo Kante. Whatever, though.
And PSG made the final the year prior, which they never had before.
Yeah, like, he knows how to win in these moments, and Arsenal know how to lose in these moments. So for that reason, I'm going Bayern.
Okay.
I'll go. Also, score prediction. I'll go
5-3.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a bit of a crazy. I'm gonna say 4-3. 4-3.
Dude, it's hard to pick against Bayern, man. It is. It's like the Astros. Like if the Astros were playing, I don't know, who's the worst team in the league? Let's just say the Oakland Athletics. You're not picking the Oakland Athletics. I'm not comparing the Athletics to Arsenal. I'm just saying that Arsenal, every single time they play Bayern, listen, this Bayern team is very different from the one that smoked Arsenal. Obviously, they had Frank Ribery, Thomas Müller, Arjen Robben, Martin Mandzukic, Luis Gustavo, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Xabi Alonso, Philip Lahm. We can go on. Manuel Neuer when he was the best goalkeeper in the world, but I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. This Disney movie ending is not going to go your way. I mean, I got Bayern.
The only chance they had to make it through was if they played. Okay, maybe not only chance, but their best chance was Dortmund, and other than that, I don't know if they would have beaten anyone else.
They could.
PSG,
I don't know,
maybe, but I don't know.
I would say maybe on all four teams on the other side.
Yeah.
Bro, but you know what's funny? I have Arsenal fans that texted me saying, bro, we're going to play Bayern. There's no point in me watching the draw. And that morning he texted me and he was like, see, I told you.
Dude, I'm going Bayern. I think, Bayern, first off, they're better, I think. And they're better coached, I think. And when you look at the history of both teams, it's everything's pointing towards a Bayern win.
I agree. And then we have
the matchup, which everyone is waiting for.
I don't know who's everyone.
Bro,
I'm not waiting.
We're 2 weeks away from it. That's crazy.
Damn, bro.
I'm just gonna say it. Give me Real Madrid. Give me Real Madrid on a score of. It's gonna go to penalties.
What? Why would you wish that on me, son?
3-3 go to
What is your problem?
3-3 penalties. That's my prediction. Erling Haaland, once again, has an absolute disaster class, and he's invisible in a big game.
Dude, he got hit. He got hurt. Kyle Walker got hurt. John
But he's
Stones
gonna be
got
back
hurt.
for that, right?
I mean, probably. You know, they have PEDs, so what?
Yeah, I thought he was back for that. Yeah, they're also kind of. I mean, Real Madrid, y'all
dude
too, but
we are the underdogs.
Yeah,
but I am never picking against my team, so I think we're getting our revenge for last year, and we're getting the job done. And let me throw an additional take. Whoever wins this is winning it all.
Yeah,
Period.
I will say Bayern could give a run.
They could for sure.
But whoever comes out of this side is winning it all. We'll
yeah,
say
but that's a generic prediction though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's odd. Who the fuck's going to win? Dortmund, Atletico?
You know what?
Barcelona's probably the best chance. PSG maybe because Mbappe does some magic shit, but
dude, you want me to get in my Martin Scorsese bag in my? What if the final is Real Madrid PSG and Mbappe pulls a Kevin Durant and joins us in the summer?
Well, then one thing we'll be able to look forward to is that PSG will not be back next year in this far in the Champions League once Mbappe is gone.
And then Ronaldo fans can push the agenda that they made the final without Messi again and Neymar. Damn. F in the chat.
Mean,
dude, but bro, I'm excited. Like, listen, I'm not gonna play the underdog card. We are underdogs, but like not as much as people make it out to be. I'm not scared of this team. I'm not. They're very good. They're not as good as they were last year. I don't care what the results say. The level of play compared to last year is not the same.
I agree. Last year you could tell they were like.
No, last year I knew we were getting our asses whooped.
Yeah, they were on the mission.
Let me tell you something. Guardiola pulled up to the second leg in a suit. He never wears a suit.
He was standing on business that time.
Bro,
he was
that
ready.
night he was like, all right, we got it. Like,
yeah.
That's the most like deflated I felt as a fan.
Yeah,
I told my boy, I did something stupid. I went to the bar for the first time to watch a Real Madrid knockout game. And I told my boy before the game, I was like, bro, it's over. And we didn't even look
bold of you. I would not do that for a Chelsea game.
Ancelotti, bro, he coached the worst game ever that night. Like,
hey, this year's different. This year's different.
I think
so. Okay. That's kind of boring. We picked the same team in all 4 matchups, but I mean,
but time out. Do you really
I'm not
think
picking Arsenal? I'm not picking Dortmund. Okay. I'm not picking PSG. Barcelona. It could.
Okay, but PSG, like we said, Barcelona is better. The other team has the demon. They have
and then, so I will say, all 4 matchups could go either way. That's how good these matchups are.
I agree.
I would say the one that's probably the biggest gap is Bayern Arsenal. In my opinion,
is it a gap though, dude?
The biggest team is Arsenal. Also look pretty freaking phenomenal lately.
That's what I'm saying, though. I think the biggest gap is probably Atletico and Dortmund. Honestly,
I think so. I think that's close.
I think
Atletico are better, but Dortmund. I as a Dortmund fan, you should know. Come on now,
dude. But they're not. This team is like they're
scrapping their way.
No disrespect to people who are bipolar, but this Dortmund team is bipolar. Like, I don't have a better adjective to use. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful to people who actually suffer from this. So I'm like, hey, are we gonna get the Dortmund that is fire, or are we gonna get the Dortmund that's just flat? You know, they looked good against PSV in the second leg, but once again, I do want to shout out the fact that we predicted the 2 best matchups to be the best matchups, and they both went to penalties. But Eric. Generic, no. The final is going to be Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid.
Okay, come on now. You're just saying that because you know y'all cakewalk in that game?
We're beating any team that comes from the other side.
I'm going to say... Dude, I don't know. Bayern could do it, dude.
Just say it, bro. You're not saying it because I'm here. Say Bayern, Atletico.
But I do think Real Madrid... Dude.
Come on, man. You stand with Tuchel.
I'm gonna go Bayern because Tuchel is my guy.
There you go. I just want to hear you say
Bayern versus Barcelona. That's kind of a fire matchup. Bayern versus Barcelona.
Wow.
You would hate that. I know you would hate that.
I would root for Harry Kane in that scenario, but
100%. But you would not want to watch that game.
No.
But that's
the day of my brother's graduation party. But I'll be tuned in.
Take off your Real Madrid glasses. Bayern versus Barcelona is better than Real Madrid versus Atletico.
Hell no!
It is.
Hell
it is.
No.
It just is. It just
hell
is.
No.
It just is.
Hell no.
It is, bro. Come on.
No. Hell no.
Atletico, bro. Ain't nobody trying to see that.
Dude, bro, they play their best. They're tryhards when they play.
You know what that is?
Let me tell you something. Our only 2 losses this season: Atletico in the league and Atletico in the Copa del Rey.
You want to know what Atletico versus Real Madrid final would be? It would be just like Rangers versus Diamondbacks. Rangers scrap their way through and get to the Diamondbacks and run through them. How is that fun?
That is a crazy analogy to make.
But am I wrong? No.
I'm washing my hands. I'm not. Eric, one thing I did want to talk about, dude, the Ballon d'Or. I have no clue who's winning it. We had an idea in January and December, and now I have no clue. gun to head, tomorrow, give me Harry Kane.
So
Before the Euros.
Does the season end in May or does the
No,
summer count?
it ends in August. After
So the
Euros.
summer competitions do count.
Yes.
Ooh, that's gonna
determine the Ballon d'Or. If France wins, Mbappe. If England wins, but if Argentina wins,
it's Harry Kane.
I think Harry Kane's
Jude
gonna win.
Jude Bellingham, dog. If y'all win Champions League and
If Harry Kane wins the Champions League and the Euros, you gotta give it to Harry Kane. Man.
Yeah, but if Jude Bellingham wins the Champions League and Euros,
yeah, but people don't like. I mean, they like Jude, but like, are they
wrong.
gonna vote?
I don't know
for him?
how people somehow sleep on Jude Bellingham too much. I don't get it.
It's weird.
He's insane.
Definitely weird. But next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about the Ohtani case. If more things don't come out, we're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs on the horizon. We're gonna talk about March Madness. Bro, there's so many topics to talk about. I don't think we're gonna fit in one episode. We can talk about WrestleMania briefly. I know people.
I'm done.
I know how much people love wrestling.
Run through on some stuff, but
yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been everything for episode number 62 of the Sports Fellas Podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. We're on there as well. And we'll see you on the next one.